A local EMT first on the scene of that deadly Disney monorail accident tonight, only on CBS 12. What he saw and did just moments after the crash, in his own words.
An exclusive first-hand account of what happened as two local medical pros rushed to help people trapped on the Disney monorail.
CBS 12's Tara Cardoso has the exclusive interviews, and she joins us now live in the studio. Tara?
Well, Suzanne, these two guys save lives for a living, but they were both on vacation separately when the monorail crashed at Disney. Now, they both heard the noise, both looked up and knew exactly what to do, run back for help. We also have some exclusive raw video shot moments after the crash by a local photographer. This is the crazy scene underneath the monorail pavilion at Disney World as two South Florida medical professionals rushed to see if anyone needed help. Here in the striped shirt is EMT Sean Kupfer.
We were working on ripping the door off. Once we got the door opened and he looked for the hatch, we could see the other monorail was just completely inside of that cab.
The person behind the camera, a vacationing photographer for our Spanish language sister station, Mi Pueblo. The guy here in the black tank top, a firefighter medic from Miami. We talked to him over the phone.
Some of us just jumped into it and started pulling the train apart, trying to get access to see if there was anybody in there.
Both first responders showed their badges in order to get up to the scene, doing what they do best, trying to save lives.
In my mind, I was thinking there's no way this has happened. It's not here.
They tell us the crash actually happened outside the pavilion around 2 a.m., but the witnesses tell us someone moved the crashed trains back under the pavilion.
When they moved the first one, the second one came with it.
You can see a family of 6, including 4 small children, the only guests on board, walking out of one of the doors, scared but safe.
The kids were crying. I was asking, like, what happened? What happened?
The 2 off-duty first responders tried to get inside the smashed cabin. They started banging on the door to try and get the driver's attention.
Hey, can you hear me? We did our best to try to get to him. It was just, with the type of damage that was in there, we needed equipment that just wasn't there. We needed equipment that wasn't going to be there until fire rescue arrived.
Disney employees told the photographer to stop the camera.
No camera, no camera.
En el video sale, no cámara.
The camera turns away, but the saga continues. Witnesses tell us the firefighter climbed on top of the monorail to get to the emergency exit, but they were never able to get to that driver.
Walt Disney World is my retreat. That's where I get away from this, and unfortunately, that's what I'm going to remember for the rest of my life.
But he did try to help, although the driver of the monorail, 21-year-old Disney employee Austin Winenberger, did die in that crash. OSHA is now investigating and says it could take as long as 6 months to find out why the trains collided. And part of that investigation, why the 2 trains were moved after the crash. Suzanne?
By the way, Tara, this marks the first deadly accident in the history of Disney World's monorail, which began operating back in 1970. New home video tonight of a monorail driver who died in a crash last weekend at Disney World. This is 21-year-old Austin Winenberg. He was killed on Sunday when his train collided with another monorail train on the same track. Investigators say the other train should have switched tracks. They're now trying to find out why that did not happen.
And even more trouble for Disney. 2 Disney World buses collide, leaving a dozen people hurt. FHP says one bus rear-ended another as it slowed down to merge. Officials say the driver of the rear bus will be ticketed for careless driving.